So hello basketball fans, today I'm going to break down the playoffs, and today we're going to be talking about the Toronto Raptors against the 76ers. This is going to be a fantastic matchup. So what we're going to do in this video is I will switch over right now to NBA 2K19. I will have the game playing and my commentary, and I'm going to be talking about the points of emphasis for each team and what they have to do to win. And let's see if who's able to win. I'm going to be playing as the Raptors because that is my favorite team. So let's just get over to the game right now. But anyways, first I will talk to you about, if you're a basketball fan, if you're a basketball player or coach, go check out my other channel, Basketball Coach Allen. I do basketball plays, drills, and skills on there as well. So let's get down to NBA 2K19 and let's see who's able to win and my picks on who's going to be able to win in how many games.
Toronto Raptors.
And I am super excited for this matchup. I am recording this video as of noon. Noon Eastern time, which means that the real life game is in 7 hours. So I cannot wait. Today we're going to talk to you about how the Toronto Raptors are going to match up and play against the 76ers, and vice versa, how the 76ers are going to match up against the Toronto Raptors. Now, I can't really skip past most of this, but here we go. So first off, the centers, both very skilled, extremely skilled centers. We have Joel Embiid against Marc Gasol, and what we're going to be looking at possibly doing
Harris is out there with Joel Embiid,
is having players cut towards the rim and feed the ball out. So what I mean by that is with the Toronto Raptors,
wide open shot.
they're a really good passing team. And what they're going to probably be doing this series is feeding the ball into the post.
Lets it go with the three. Sinks the
and feeding the ball into the post and then kicking the ball out and swinging it like they have been throughout the season. However, by collapsing the defense, they're going to be now opening up a lot of three-point opportunities. But also, our center, Marc Gasol, I think is going to be a much better offensive player than Joel Embiid defensively. Now, a lot of people may disagree with me, but Marc Gasol is a player who has been in the league many years. While Joel Embiid has not been in the league many years, and he is going to be able to destroy Embiid in the post. I am going to be looking at Marc Gasol personally as a player who's going to be able to get it into the high post or even the low post and take Joel Embiid to school.
Simmons finds Harris and contact on the shot.
Now, what we're looking at is the fact that Marc Gasol is a very good passer as well. So even if they were to, if Marc Gasol was originally going to start destroying Embiid in the post, what we'll probably be seeing is the fact that now they may come down and double team Marc Gasol. Now, Marc Gasol is a really great passing center, and because of that, he will be able to find the player who is open. And in the top left of the screen, an update has installed, which is fantastic to have when you're recording a video. But anyways, on this channel, if you don't already know, if you're not subscribed, we do post, or at least I post, NBA 2K videos as well as Gran Turismo and other sim racing type games.
Here's Leonard.
Now the other matchup is Kawhi Leonard against one of the better players, Butler, and that's going to be an interesting matchup. That's actually the matchup that ESPN has on their radar, and the reason is Butler is easily one of the more aggressive players in the NBA.
Leonard against Butler. Siakam kicks to Leonard. Hits the three-point.
But Kawhi Leonard is just ridiculously strong. He is built like a running back, and he's skilled. and he has longer hair. I think he's got a longer reach than Butler as well. So I'm pretty sure he'll be able to shut down Butler whenever he is guarding him. However, probably Pascal Siakam will be taking some duties from
left side Lowry. Here's Siakam, guarded by Simmons. Siakam misses.
We'll be probably taking some of the defensive time from Leonard, but that's what we're probably going to be seeing lots of in this series is a ton of steals by Kawhi Leonard, mainly because he is longer and faster hands-wise than Butler. Now, a lot of people hate on Simmons, saying that he's not the greatest of shooters. And I kind of disagree. When he's any player who's open is going to be able to knock down the shot.
With some changes.
However, Simmons is a lot taller, so if you do sag off of him and allow him to shoot, he's going to be able to make the shot. And because of his height, when you start guarding him, what's going to happen is the fact that he's going to be able to get the pass over to you, over the defender, and
defended by Scott.
That just becomes a huge issue.
Simmons with the defense.
If only I could make a layup.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Now, I am running a lot of screen and rolls with Marc Gasol. What I'm trying to do is get a couple of a couple of switches, but that's just not happening. Marc Gasol is a very good player around the basket. He's got very soft hands when it comes to laying up the basketball.
Some tough offense.
So that is another reason why I'm running a couple of screen and rolls with him. And I would assume that the Raptors are going to do the exact same.
It's checked in for Embiid, and this comes in.
Now, in the second half of this video, I'm going to talk about what the Sixers are probably going to do offensively in this series. This first half was all about the Toronto Raptors, obviously because I'm playing as them, but they are my favorite team. And I would say that the Sixers are probably one of the teams that are kind of the most dangerous for the Raptors to play against.
Here's Marjanovic. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Our bench is much stronger than theirs, so
Siakam misses.
Not sure if it's him or the defense.
Once the bench comes on, our bench is going to be huge.
He's had a few shots that look like they would fall, but things haven't gone.
So what we're going to do is we're going to dish it out to that side. Van Fleet is a wicked three-point shooter. Of course, he misses at that time.
But it's no good. Ennis with the ball. Leonard's there. Butler. Back to Ennis. The 76ers.
Siakam, I'm going to say Siakam is going to be the rebound leader.
Wide open look for Gasol. Offline with his three.
This series, Marc Gasol is probably going to be between him and Lowry are going to be the lead assist guys.
Here's Van Vliet. They get the rebound. Gasol kicks to Van Vliet.
Come on, we got to get one of those in. I want to get Van Fleet going because we're going to need him near the end of the game.
He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the court.
And it's the Raptors' ball. They're on a 14-6 run. And the shot goes in from Siakam.
Siakam on the break is a very dangerous player. If you haven't been following the Raptors this year, or even Pascal Siakam in general, he is probably going to be the most improved player on in the NBA. He's definitely one of the better players in the NBA right now. He should have been an all-star in my opinion, but of course that is only my opinion.
I love this about his game. Jimmy Butler.
I thought I had that. So we are leading 16-8 in the first quarter. We're going to call this the first half because we're only going to be playing half the game, mainly because I got lots of videos to do today. So once the halftime comes, that will be the end of the game. But in this next quarter, we are going to talk about the Sixers and what they are going to bring to the table against the Toronto Raptors. They are a very dangerous team, and Butler is a very good player. They have three players that are kind of scary to play up against. That's Simmons, and then we have Embiid, as well as Butler. And as we can see right there, Butler is able to score at will when nobody is guarding him, or at least when I'm not guarding him.
So far from the Raptors, guys, your thoughts?
Defensively, they're going to have to not switch on any pick and rolls because, and they haven't been in this game, mainly because we have so many deadly options on the court that as soon as you switch, you're done, you're finished. So offensively, they're probably going to be feeding it to Butler, driving towards the rim. He is a deadly shooter as well, as we just seen right there.
Butler really worked on the catch and shoot
But
shot, getting it off a little bit quick.
Kawhi Leonard's going to be able to shut down them quite easily. We do have Ibaka.
He's been patient so far.
And of course they switched, and that's what I mean by a very deadly team in the screen and roll, because as soon as you switch,
For the throat.
we're gonna make you pay.
McConnell passes to Ennis.
Our whole entire starting lineup have all won defensive players of the year, and as we've seen right there with the block, we have a very good defensive team.
By the claw.
Kicks to Powell. Lets the three fly. It's good from long range.
And we're up by 10.
He's got the lead up to 10 now for Toronto.
And no doubt they've been the more efficient
So
team.
going on with the Philadelphia 76ers, what I'm going to say that they are going to be doing is having Butler drive towards or cut baseline a lot. They're going to be having Joel Embiid really trying to battle in the post, but I'm going to say Marc Gasol is going to be able to defend him really well. And I'm going to say
Let's a floater go.
that Simmons is going to be getting probably a ton of assists, and the reason for that is he's able to look over his defenders because of his height. Now, he does play a lot of the time at the point guard position, and what we just seen there was a turnover by Philadelphia, and that's what I'm going to see. We're probably going to see a lot of in this series. The reason is the Toronto Raptors are a much more experienced playoff team.
The feed to Gasol. Cross contact on the shot.
And we're going to be able to really go up against adversity a lot better than the 76ers. The 76ers are still a very young team. Even though they have Butler, he does have experience when it comes to playing, but not a ton of experience in the playoffs.
Amazing.
So this is why I think that the Toronto Raptors are going to be winning the series in 6 games.
Here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
And no doubt
and the Raptors will be probably playing against the Milwaukee Bucks in the next round, and that will be a very interesting series. Now, the 76ers did lose against
Dishes to Gasol. Here's Ibaka. Good in the
against Toronto. It was 3 games and they won 1 against Toronto, but that was when Kawhi Leonard wasn't playing. So that's an interesting stat for you. Another interesting stat is Kawhi Leonard has never lost ever against the Philadelphia 76ers. So technically speaking, if he continues that streak, we could beat them in 4 games. And the Raptors have never done that as a club, so that will be very interesting. I'm going to say that it's probably going to be 6 games that the Raptors win in, 4-2. But I really wouldn't be surprised if the Raptors totally manhandled Philadelphia 4-0 or 4-1. I'm going to say that Philly gets under 2 wins. 2 wins or under this series. Just because Toronto is such a much more powerful team, much more experienced team. And we pretty much have a player who can guard every position. Like, every position is able to be guarded by basically a defensive all-star.
So the wing on the left, out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball.
That's my bad. I shouldn't have done that, but we are up by 12. We can make a 7-foot center play like a 6'4" guard.
And there's Redick. That's good on the assist by Simmons.
So we're going to call a timeout. They're probably going to be putting some subs. I do let the coach do a lot of the subs just because I don't want to deal with it.
First for Toronto.
As a coach myself, I usually make my assistant coaches do all the substitutions because of two reasons. I've said this in previous videos. One reason is I just don't have time. I'm more on the strategy side. I'm an X's and O's coach. But also, the reason behind it is if a parent complains about their kid's playing time, I don't have to deal with it. It's the assistant coach. They can look at me and yell at me, and then I'll just say, well, look, we have our own strategy, and it's not my strategy. It's my assistant coach's strategy. We have to...
and it's Simmons.
And then I can let the assistant coach deal with it.
Here's Toronto now. They're on a 14-6 run.
Oh, yeah.
Green, no luck.
I thought that was in.
The 76ers trail by 13.
Oh, no.
Lets it go from 11. Offensive rebound.
Oh, yeah, get that block out of here. Yeah.
Great defense by Serge.
Oh, yeah. Siakam on the fast break. Talk about a boss.
And leaping ability.
They have to stop Siakam early in the fast break. You cannot allow him to get that low that quick.
And good that time.
That's just a big mistake.
Touches. He makes things happen.
Harris against Lowe. Pass to Leonard. Three-pointer. That falls.
Oh, yeah. That's how you do it. Draw the defense away and then just skip past it over.
And they're shooting really starting to pick up
16-point lead.
Here's Simmons.
Oh, that's what they need to do. A lot of that. Have Simmons drive towards the rim right away off of a screen so that you're forced into switching on him. Even though Simmons is a tall player and you'll be switching with another tall player, our post players are very good in the screen and roll, like Marc Gasol. But when Ibaka is in, he is a really good trailing defensive player who will block you along the backboard once you get by him. However, if he makes a mistake or anything, you're going to be having the advantage.
Initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Now, if you haven't already, go check out my other channel, Basketball Coach Allen. I do go over a lot of the strategies when it comes to basketball, and I just got the foul. Yeah.
The free throw line.
Good job inviting contact. The closer Leonard gets to the rim, the more...
Kawhi Leonard is a killer basketball player. The only problem I have with Kawhi Leonard is his closing ability. I find that he doesn't exactly hit that many game-winning shots. So when it comes down to the line, I would much rather have Pascal Siakam or Kyle Lowry taking that game-winning shot or game-tying shot.
Now Embiid.
But that's just me. A lot of coaches... Whoops. A lot of coaches will... Oh, no.
The teardrop falls.
A lot of coaches will go with their best player no matter what. I go with the hot hand. So if you don't tend to hit a lot of game-winning shots, I'm not going with you when it comes to game-winning shots.
Now here's Paul. He's covered closely.
Yeah, get in there. Powell really stepped up in the last series. He was really powerful when it came to cutting and slashing. When he plays as a slasher but doesn't get overzealous with his dribbles, I find that he is a very deadly player. He's got a very powerful handle.
Here's Van Vliet, guarded by Simmons, and
oh yeah, and that's what you get for having a small guy posting up a taller player. So we're up by 17. We've basically won this game, and that's probably how it's going to go in the first game today. And I'm looking forward to it. I hope that you guys have enjoyed. If you have, hit that like button, subscribe, and let's see if I can jack up a half-court shot. Anyways, I'll see you guys again in our next video, which will be coming very soon. It will be the Milwaukee Bucks series against Boston. I'll see you guys then.